The annual Harper family reunion in Detroit was never a small affair. But this year, the air crackled with something different. I sat in the hotel's dazzling conference room, its chandeliers glinting like a promise of perfection, cradling my 3-month-old daughter, Lily, as she dozed in my arms. Across the room, my husband, Ethan, paced nervously, practicing his acceptance speech for the family's coveted Legacy Award. The irony wasn't lost on me, him, the poster boy for family values, basking in applause while I wrestled with the secret I'd unearthed just hours ago. I'm Ava, 31, and until that morning I thought I had it all: a rock-solid marriage, a gorgeous baby, and a VIP seat in one of Detroit's most revered dynasties. Ethan was the shining star of Harper Enterprises, groomed to take over as vice president of operations, just like his father before him. Everyone called us the golden couple, and I bought into the fairy tale until his phone buzzed at breakfast. He'd left it on the hotel desk while he showered, and I wouldn't have glanced at it if not for the preview that flashed across the screen. Missed you already. Last night was unreal. The sender? Lauren M., executive assistant. My hand shook as I unlocked his phone, his password, still our wedding date, a detail he hadn't bothered to change. What I found twisted my stomach into knots: hundreds of texts, steamy photos, even a Bahamas getaway in the works, all with Lauren Mitchell, his sleek new assistant. Now, watching Ethan rehearse his speech about loyalty and tradition, a strange calm washed over me. The conference room's high-tech AV system hummed quietly, its giant projector screen ready to beam his moment of glory to the family. As an IT project manager, I knew exactly how to turn that system into something else entirely. Ava, darling. My mother-in-law, Margaret, swept over, her flawless hair and polished smile screaming old money charm. Is everything set for Ethan's big moment? This award means the world to us. Almost, I said, tucking Lily's blanket tighter. Just need to tweak the tech one last time. Margaret beamed. You're a gem, always so thorough. We're lucky to have you. If only she knew what her precious Ethan had been up to. But she'd find out soon enough. I'd seen Lauren's status flip to available on Ethan's phone, right on schedule for their daily video check-in. I handed Lily to Margaret's eager arms. Could you hold her for a sec? I need to help Ethan with the setup. The room buzzed as cousins and aunts settled in. Ethan's sister, Claire, fussed with the podium flowers while his father, Daniel, Harper Enterprises' iron-fisted CEO, polished his intro speech. The hypocrisy of it all hit me like a freight train, a celebration of Ethan's integrity while I held the detonator to his lies. I slid behind the AV panel, flashing a smile at the hotel tech. Just double-checking the connections. My IT skills made what came next child's play. The system was primed to auto-display any incoming video call on the big screen. Ethan's phone vibrated in my hand again. Can't wait for our morning chat, stud. Got a surprise for you, winky face, from Lauren. 5 minutes, folks. Daniel's voice boomed, commanding the room like a boardroom king. Ava, we good? Nearly perfect, I replied, my tone steady as I plugged Ethan's phone into the system. I knew Lauren's call was seconds away, her 10 a.m. ritual while I'd been juggling diaper bags and deadlines. Here, babe, Ethan said, strolling over with that disarming grin I'd once adored, handing me his phone. You're the tech wizard. I connected it, my pulse steady. The lights dimmed, and Margaret, cradling Lily, ushered everyone to their seats. Let's honor a true Harper hero, she chirped. Daniel launched into his spiel about family legacy and moral grit as Ethan stood poised at the podium. Then it happened, the screen flared to life. Lauren's face filled it, her blonde curls tousled, her outfit anything but office appropriate. The room went still. Hey, gorgeous, she purred, oblivious to her audience. That quickie in your office wasn't enough. Miss you already. Ethan's jaw dropped, his face bleaching white as he spun to the screen, then to me. I met his stare, rocking Lily gently, unflinching. Oh, and those plans to ditch your dad's company? Lauren went on, adjusting her angle. I've got clients lined up. They're drooling over what we're cooking up. Margaret gasped, clutching Lily tighter. Daniel's eyes turned to steel. Whispers erupted as Lauren babbled on. Your wife's too buried in baby stuff to notice. Once we snag your family's investors. Lauren, stop. Ethan croaked, finally finding his voice. Her eyes widened as she clocked the room behind him, me, the family, the fallout. The screen went dark as she cut the call. Son, Daniel said, his tone icy, my office. Now. Ava, I can explain, Ethan stammered, but I cut him off. Lauren did a bang-up job explaining. I said coolly, I'm sure the board will love hearing about your client poaching scheme. Margaret sobbed quietly, clutching Lily's bag. Phones pinged as the family grapevine ignited. Decades of Harper prestige crumbling in real time. I scooped up Lily's things. My lawyer will be in touch, Ethan. I'll be going for full custody. I walked out, Lily snug against me. Daniel's voice fading as he addressed the stunned crowd. This ceremony is postponed. My apologies. Karma didn't need a nudge, it just needed the spotlight. 2 days later, I was holed up in a new hotel suite with Lily, ignoring Ethan's frantic calls. By Monday, Detroit's business scene was buzzing. I sat in my lawyer's office, Rebecca Sullivan's, watching Lily nap in her carrier as she laid out the carnage. The board's in crisis mode, Rebecca said, flipping through files. Clients say Lauren pitched them a new venture with Harper Secrets. Ethan wasn't just cheating, he was scheming corporate sabotage. I nodded, keeping my voice low. And Daniel? He wants a private sit-down before the board meeting. An hour later, I faced Daniel in his sleek corner office, Lily snoozing beside me, Detroit's skyline sprawling behind him. He looked weary. Older than his years. Ava, he began, I'm sorry. What Ethan and that woman did to you, to the company, it's unforgivable. I waited, letting him stew. Daniel wasn't one for mushy apologies. We've frozen Ethan's accounts and access, he said. Lauren's out, and legal's coming for them both. But there's more. He slid a folder over, client accounts I'd locked down with my IT work. These clients might bolt, not over the scandal but because they trust you. You're their tech lifeline. What's the offer? I asked, already sensing it. Chief Technology Officer, he said. The board's behind it. Your skills, your integrity, we need you to steer us through this mess. I glanced at Lily, her future flickering in my mind. And Ethan? His shares are toast, minimum buyout per bylaws. He might face jail for trade secret theft. Daniel's jaw tightened. The Harper name means something. He forgot that. You didn't. I'll review the contract with Rebecca, I said. And I want a board seat. He grinned faintly. It's yours. We're not losing you to a rival. The next day, the Detroit Business Journal blared. Harper Enterprises names new CTO amid family drama. Ethan's flop was public, the company's rebound my doing. I was vetting tech hires when Claire, Ethan's sister, poked her head in. Noah's downstairs, she said, fidgeting, trying to strong-arm security about his shares. I didn't look up from my resumes. Not my circus anymore. Security knows what to do. He's a mess. Claire pressed, eyeing Lily's crib. Lauren drained their account and jetted to the Bahamas solo. Karma's a beaut, I said, circling a candidate. You need something, Claire? Board meetings in 30. She slumped into a chair. I just can't believe he torched everything. Family, you Lily. A ruckus outside cut her off, Ethan's voice. This is my company. I hit the intercom. Security, remove Mr. Harper. To Claire, remind him the restraining order includes this floor. She left in through my window. I watched Ethan's crumpled figure get escorted out. My phone pinged Rebecca. Lauren spotted in Miami. Cops alerted. I muted it as Daniel strode in. Board's voting Ethan out today, he said. Dropping files. His stunt with Lauren voided every contract clause. We headed to the boardroom past my fresh tech recruits. Young guns eager to reshape Harper Enterprises. A month later, at the investors' meeting, same room where Ethan's lies imploded, I pitched our new cybersecurity wing. TVs flickered with breaking news. Lauren, handcuffed, in a Miami courthouse. I didn't flinch, rolling into revenue projections like it was nothing. A year on, I stood in my office, Lily stacking blocks into mini towers at her tiny desk. The Detroit Business Journal touted our record growth. My leadership front page news. Ethan's appeal had tanked. He was prison-bound. Lauren got 12 years, her stolen cash squandered on beachside splurges. That day, keynoting the Women in Tech Summit, I told the crowd, success isn't shortcuts or scams, it's grit, guts, and building something real. Later, driving Lily home from Margaret's, her words lingered. You saved the Harper name, Ava. From Betrayal's ashes, I'd forged a legacy, mine and Lily's. Sometimes the best payback isn't revenge, it's rising above and leaving the wreckage behind.